So while we were shooting this video in Walnut Creek, we had a crazy turn of events happen. If you stick around more towards the end of the video, you'll find out exactly what did happen. But the main point of this video is that you get to come along with me to what I like to think of as Walnut Creek's 3 most popular neighborhoods. That way you can get a local's perspective and really what it feels like to live here in Walnut Creek. If you don't already know, my name is Roland, Osage, your Bay Area real estate source. And if you're looking to move to any of these neighborhoods or any surrounding areas of Walnut Creek in general, don't forget to shoot me an email. You have it right there on screen. But in the meantime, let's head out. All right, so we're starting this video off strong. We're in downtown Walnut Creek. This is area code 94596. Something's so peaceful about this guy. He's like a staple right here in downtown Walnut Creek, but we're gonna get a quick coffee before we start this video at Tellus Coffee because I need some caffeine, so come along with us. Here in downtown Walnut Creek, you have everything at your fingertips. You have coffee, food, shopping, sometimes entertainment, a lot of events. It just depends on what day you're coming down here. There's also Kaiser, which is probably about a 10-minute walk just behind me. And pretty much everything here in downtown Walnut Creek is about a 10-minute walk. So the only other cities probably here in the Bay Area that can compare to a downtown like Walnut Creek is probably Mill Valley or Burlingame, but those are super far. So East Bay, Walnut Creek is really kind of the only one of its kind in terms of downtown. So we just came from Locust Street and Main Street. Those 2 streets are pretty much your restaurant hubs. Now, what you see here is Broadway Plaza. This is where all of your shopping basically is. So what I like to say is anybody that's looking to live in the downtown area, if you're more of a fan of your privacy or you want to live on a cul-de-sac or be closer to parks, the downtown area livability-wise probably isn't going to be your best bet. What I think and who I see more purchasing here in the downtown area are more residents who just have a quicker lifestyle, right? If they work here in downtown, if they maybe don't have kids yet, or maybe they're just a frequent foodie or a really busy professional, smaller living in condos and townhomes are really gonna be more for this type of resident. Okay, so this is a brand new listing in downtown Walnut Creek. It's so close that I literally walked here. It's listed at $645,000, 1,250 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, and the HOA dues are only $438 per month. Let's go take a look. So as I mentioned previously, here in downtown, you're gonna find a lot more condos and townhomes if you wanna be directly in downtown. You also have BART, which is super close and walkable if you are a commuter that has to go to maybe Oakland or San Francisco or any of the surrounding areas. But if you want a single family home, you are gonna have to stretch a little bit outside of the immediate downtown area. Let's go to Northgate. So before we show you the Northgate neighborhood, I'm going to grab a quick bite to eat in the Encina Grande Shopping Center. This shopping center is kind of where all Northgate residents, for the most part, do their shopping. They have a little bit of food there, coffee shops, things like that. So we're gonna take a quick stop there, then we'll get into the Northgate neighborhood. So Northgate is probably the most family-centered neighborhood on our list. You have multiple parks. You have Arbolado Park, which we're at right now. You have Diablo Shadows Park, Heather Farms Park. And you also have a lot of child care centers, preschools, and things like that in the direct Northgate neighborhood. So I mean it when I say Northgate is like the family starter pack if you're just looking for more parks, more kid-friendly activities, and just being a little bit out of the downtown area. So for Northgate, you're generally not gonna find a home less than around 1.2. If you do, it's gonna need some work. So this is kind of what your typical Northgate neighborhood looks like. Of course, there's a lot of different pockets of Northgate, all with different square footages and home sizes, but this right here is kind of a glimpse of what you can expect. Lots of tree-lined streets, no condos, no townhomes. You're not gonna get any of that out this way, and you're also really not gonna see any new construction homes. You might see, some one-offs here or there, but for the most part, very established neighborhoods. And what I love about it is most of these places are not cookie cutter. You might see some developments where there was a track of homes, but for the most part, really nice, really unique homes. So on top of all just the kid friendliness that Northgate offers, there's tons of hiking, right? So you have one of my personal favorites here, which is Castle Rock Regional Park. You also have direct access to Mount Diablo Park. And the reason why it's actually called Northgate is because you have Northgate access to Mount Diablo Park. So I used to come here a lot when I was younger for one specific hike. It's kind of more of an intensive hike, and I actually might do a separate video on that, so we'll see. So I was gonna show you guys this house right here, which is on Walnut Avenue in the Northgate community, because I wanted to give you guys kind of a feel of what a Northgate home looks like, the bigger backyards, the pools, things like that. But unfortunately, I booked the appointment. When I got here, there is no lockbox, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you guys that today, but I tried. Walnut Avenue is a pretty busy street that kind of leads into the rest of the Northgate, you know, kind of cul-de-sacs and subdivisions and things like that. But what I'm gonna show you is just kind of get a feel for all the different styles of homes, just so you can see them from the outside. So similar to the Northgate neighborhood, like I mentioned, this area, Larkey Park, is very family centric. It's a little bit different than Northgate because it has some more quirks to it. So some of those quirks are that a lot of this area, you're generally falling into Pleasant Hill schools, and then you're just generally closer to Pleasant Hill than any other neighborhoods in Walnut Creek, which it's not a bad thing by any means, but here in the Bay Area, a big driver of price in different cities is the school systems. So that's kind of why you just get a little bit more bang for your buck in an area like Larkey. Another perk that I like about the Larkey area is just the fact that you're really close to Pleasant Hill BART. Now, if you're a morning commuter or a frequent commuter, the reason why that's kind of big is because when you go for that morning time, you're gonna be guaranteed a seat pretty much, whereas if you go to Walnut Creek BART, you're pretty much standing for however long your commute is. So generally in the Larkey area, homes are selling anywhere from 1.2 to 1.4 right now, and those homes are really nice, fixed up, you know, some of them remodeled. If you're getting more into the 2,000 square feet and under, it's gonna be probably more in the 1.5 range, but that's why I kind of say this area is more of a starter family home, because you're purchasing more so in the 1.2s, 1.3s, which is generally low for Walnut Creek. Now, in more recent years, you actually do see more new construction down in this area. The reason being is because developers are actually able to buy some, you know, distressed homes or homes with larger lots, tear them down, and then put in, you know, more smaller detached homes or detached homes with a lot smaller lots. So you will see new, you know, 2020 and up builds in this general area, but you'll also see a lot of 1950s, 1960s builds too. So going back to this being a family-centric area, you do have the aquatic center that's at Larkey Park too, just down the way. Now, I will say I see more of an influx into this neighborhood because, like I said, it's just a more attractive price point for a lot of people who are getting into Walnut Creek. So another really great family-friendly activity here in Larkey Park is the Lindsay Wildlife Museum. It's super cool. They have a bunch of, you know, just animals for the kids to check out and things like that. And they just do great work in general. So we happen to just be in the area, of course, shooting in Larkey, and Johnny saw this, this car catch on fire. Luckily, we were able to help them get out of the house. And he's doing a really good job of making sure the fire doesn't spread. This is kind of crazy. He happened to see this before it got too serious, but luckily everybody got out and everybody's safe. So it's been a long day. We're gonna end the day going to Hops and Scotch, which is a nice distillery and eatery that's right here, probably like a 2 to 3 minute drive from Larkey Park. So it's one of my favorite places to go in the area. Have you guys check it out. So whether you're looking for a more walkable, upbeat neighborhood, an established family-centric neighborhood, or you're just getting your family started, all these neighborhoods have their own strengths and weaknesses. There are so many great neighborhoods in Walnut Creek, but these three are a great place to start. Whether you live here, you're visiting here, or moving to Walnut Creek, I have lots of other videos on Walnut Creek, so I'll put them on the screen now. If you want to see more about Walnut Creek in the East Bay, don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to reach out about finding your next home, you have all my contact info below.